Today's day 28 out of 75 hard. This week was probably the best week I've had mentally and physically. Mentally last week I was going through it, but this week was a lot better. I wasn't in my head as much. I was more in the present moment. Physically, workouts felt better, felt a little bit stronger. Still sore. That's just due to just two workouts and uh, just waking up early. And today's quote is: happiness is when what you think, what you say, and what you do are in harmony, by Mahatma Gandhi. Uh, Later in this video, you're gonna see me baking a lemon pound cake. This is my first time ever baking a lemon pound cake. This is my second time ever baking in general, so I'm very, very, very new. So I'm still learning the basics with baking. Um, so you're gonna see me like kind of mess up and uh, eliminating certain ingredients. For me, right now, when I get a recipe, I'm eliminating sugar, just like adding sugar um, in general, because I'm just trying to see what it does uh, to the pastry or to the dessert that I'm making. Because since I am diabetic, I am trying to um, have meals or desserts that are low in sugar. And I know that what I've been reading is that sugar is used for, besides taste, for moisture and texture. So I'm just wondering what happens when you just eliminate sugar, and like, does it does it fuck up the cake as bad as I think it's going to be? So for this cake that I made, um, the recipe, like, man, it asked for like two sticks of butter, which is a cup of butter, and let me tell you, it was more buttery than lemony, and but it's one of those things that I wouldn't have known if I didn't do it. So you live and you learn. So the next time I do a lemon pound cake, definitely gonna lower um, the usage of butter, maybe to a stick, maybe one and a half, maybe half. I don't know. I will just have to experiment. Um, I didn't usually with lemon pound cakes, there's icing on the cake. I didn't do that because it's just added sugar. The cake that I made, there's just no sugar. It just has butter, lemon. I actually replaced buttermilk because it asked for buttermilk. I replaced it with yogurt and milk. Eggs, flour. It asked for all-purpose flour. I had Italian seasoning flour, so I had to use that. And what else? No, it's pretty much it. It came out really all right. Like, the look of it, the looks of the cake was nice. Taste, like, honestly, like 5 out of 10. To be honest, like, it was just, like I said, just more buttery than lemony. So I guess maybe I have to add more lemon. I used 3 lemons, but just, yeah, getting into baking, just something new, just a new skill, and just learning along the way. I will say, while I was baking, you couldn't see my face, but man, I was frustrated because it was just the way that I was mixing, or the way it was coming out. It didn't look as good as the pictures on the recipe that I saw, and I was like, man, like, this, it just doesn't feel like it's gonna come out good. But I try to take a breather and just enjoy the process, because I'm still learning. I don't know if what works or what doesn't work unless I try. So yeah, a lot of these recipes, I'm just um, gonna try to eliminate sugar and maybe just tweak certain things. But overall, I'm gonna have to learn um, to make healthy desserts, because I want to make, I would love to make desserts that when I give to friends and family, and they're like, oh my god, this tastes so good, and I'm like, yeah, like it thank you, like it tastes good, and also it's very healthy for you. Has like very limited and organic ingredients. So yeah, like that's what I'm trying to do right now. But the only way I can get to that stage is to experiment um, with different recipes, substitute, eliminate. So we'll see. But yeah, um, enjoying the process and can't wait for day 29. But yeah, let's keep going. So right here I have a medium-sized mixing bowl with 1.5 cups of flour, half a teaspoon of baking powder, 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda, and then 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Then I get a large mixing bowl and I put 1 cup of butter, which is 2 sticks, 4 large eggs, 3 lemons, juiced, and the recipe asks for 1/4 cup of buttermilk, but I used non-plain yogurt, which which would be 3 tablespoons and 1 tablespoon of milk. Then when you mix that all together, then you use the medium mixing bowl with the flour and add it to the large mixing bowl. Um, for me, I had issues when I was mixing the butter. It kind of got like stuck to my whisk, and later in the video you can see me trying to beat down the butter with a fork. In this process, I was getting frustrated because I don't know what to do. I'm still learning at this point. In this process, this is where I wonder if the involvement of sugar comes into play. I wonder if it helps mixing the butter. But as you saw, I got a phone call from my mom, and then you're supposed to put the flour into the large mixing bowl by thirds, continue mixing, and then once it's done, then you put it in the pan at 325 for 50 to 60 minutes.